yeah, I'm really curious to see if this game's any good or not, as I put in the description, because it was just shredded in every major outlet basically when it came out. But I feel like the original Fighting Force would have been if it had come out in 1999. You know what I mean? Or is it really that much worse of a game? Because in 1997 they were giving Fighting Force like sevens and eights and stuff in reviews. I think it's a 6 or 7. I would say a 7. I gave it a 7. That's my opinion on it. It's a good game. It is both better and worse than Die Hard, the original Dynamite Cop game. It's a bigger, better looking, better sounding, worse controlling, more awkward playing, shittier camera having game. That's the best way to describe it.
Corporations of the late 20th century. These days, seems everything has its price, even the law.
It was very heavily implied at the end of the first game that Zing would likely escape his
Psychops,
prison
covert
as he was being
operations
transported away in a prison
organized against
helicopter.
the system. Against the system. Because sometimes actions speak louder than words.
Man, the compression on this FMV is just awful.
Psychops has targeted the Nakamichi Corporation. These boys just stepped over the line. Their crime: illegal bioweapon program, genetic weaponry based on human DNA. We got enough on Nakamichi to justify a raid, and that's where I come in. Psychops Agent Manson, Hawk
Yeah,
Manson.
see if this is working.
Like other agents, I'm packing the usual body enhancements and enough firepower to take out a city. Anything to give me the edge. It's an invisible war we're fighting, and if you get caught, no one will ever know. But I ain't got no problem with that. The Psychops directive is my kind of ride.
Also, if it turns out that I like this game, there is a Dreamcast version. We'll probably do the alternate Fighting Force games at some point, or at least Fighting Force 64, which I think is worth seeing. It's interesting what they did with that game. They made it run a lot faster, which is weird. And it seems to have a higher frame rate, but that could just be an illusion from it running faster. Um, and it's nice because it helps with the walking speed, but they didn't just increase the walking speed. The game is running faster, so a lot of the animations look really awkward, and things are really janky in some places, I think. Um, I mean, they should have just increased the walk speed to improve the game, but whatever. Vibration doesn't work for me because I'm using a DualShock without a X input driver, because I can't get DS for Windows to hide the direct input DualShock driver. No matter, even the checking the option doesn't seem to work. I don't get it. This only has normal and expert, no easy mode. That's already a strike against it. Solid black screen. And maybe I was gonna say maybe the emulation of this doesn't work. That'd be interesting. I've never had a problem with Swan Station, so I doubt it. I think this is pretty damn close to a real PS1. Oh, I'm not using my controller in DualShock mode. Hang on just a second. Let's reset. One moment while I fix some stuff. start this shit over. It looked like they were gonna start me into the game without having a character select too, and that's a huge fucking downgrade for no reason. Let's see how badly you guys fucked up this game. Eidos and Core. I'm going in with a bad impression already just because of the reviews were like, oh, this is awful. This is a truly shitty game. Oh, it's one player also. Another massive downgrade. Just a huge loss for what would be fun about this game. Makes me think that they're not taking this shit seriously. Put my controller in analog mode. This long black screen load with no like load message is awful. And I wonder if it's like that on real hardware.
Time to buckle up and take the ride. Going in.
I also just realized I don't know what any of the controls do. That's jump now, so they reverse jump and kick buttons. Triangle pulls out and puts away my knife. Why wouldn't I want to use a knife? Is there a run button? God, the controls are so bad. Like, look how much trouble I'm having just moving. So it's like a maze where you fight like one dude per room. Let me turn around slowly and fight you, guy. Was this made by a completely different team than the first game? Because that would be my guess. I lost half my health dropping there, by the way. Some of it back. It feels like not at all like the original game. Like they're trying to make like a Metal Gear type game instead or something. I think that's probably what's going on, is they wanted to make a Metal Gear of their own that's more of an action game. Let's shank a motherfucker. Come on, get shanked. Yeah, fuck you. He just nuked himself? That's hilarious. That is fucking hilarious. God, the camera's so bad. Let me guess, the right analog stick does nothing? Oh yeah, that's right. I have a gun now. These guys are genuinely fucking scared of getting a shot, aren't they? I do have the blue key card though. Remember? Now we just got it. What it really meant to say was you need to kill all the enemies first, but it didn't say that, did it? Whatever. Hey, another blue key card. Why do I always drop the gun when I switch? Is this really how I have to switch back to my hand? Everything here, man. It does feel like a product of time, though. I'm not gonna say it's the worst thing I've ever played, though, based on what I've played so far. It's just a kind of average-ish PlayStation shooter, third-person shooter, with some beat-em-up elements in it. Feels like it has about as much in common with Fighting Force as fucking Metal Gear does, though, to be honest. Probably closer to something like, what would be contemporary to this? MDK or something like that. Oops. And graphics really aren't too bad in some of these areas. There's a lot of detail for a PS1 game. But this is also a PS1 game from 1999, so you just kind of expect that, too. You need a red key card. Man, playing this game is very much makes me feel like I did when I was playing Spy Hunter Nowhere to Run, which was not too long ago. And Spy Hunter Nowhere to Run is 7 years after this game, and yet they somehow made the exact same shit as this. But the thing is like they have a lot in common. They both like want to do something original and ambitious in their own way, but actually just come across as generic third-person shooters that don't fit in with the name of the franchise that they're borrowing. Still doesn't help me, does it? There we go. That's the exact deal. That sucks ass. Of course. At least it wasn't instant death. Got that going for it, I guess. Man, the enemies are weak in this game. I will say that. They did fix that. I consider that a problem with the original game, that the enemies are so durable. You just have to beat on them forever sometimes. It's not too bad. It's just a little too much, maybe. But in this one, they're like probably too weak. Although they do damage fast, so maybe it's balanced out. I don't know. This isn't, like I said, this isn't the worst thing I've ever played. It just depends on your opinion of these kind of this kind of third-person shooter from this era, because it has all the strengths and weaknesses that those have. And some nice touches there too with the graphics, like the light pouring out of the door and stuff. It just does not feel anything like Fighting Force did. I don't even see like a similarity here. Clever way of hiding load time, huh? Another axe in here. Show is. Huh, okay. Nothing back there, let's see. Well, you know what? Let's run into the void, see what happens. Nothing. This is where I came from. Durr. Fuck. Well, that sucks ass. I just took huge amounts of damage because I couldn't get their stupid fucking ladder to work. That's a hallmark of real half-ass game design too, to be honest. This fucking genius camera work here. hurt pretty bad, guys. Hurt pretty freaking bad. That's not health. Oh god. It's all about over now, isn't it? Does this game believe in checkpoints of any form, or... So just go from room to room killing blue robots, or dudes, or whatever they are. And there's like a few dudes, and then you go through a door to wherever. This is Berserk. Is this game just Berserk from a funky perspective? I think it is. What the fuck do they want me to do here? And here we go. Nothing's ever that complicated, I can definitely say that. What the fuck is going on? Why am I acting like I'm throwing shit away? I just want a gun, man. Fuck you. Whoa. That's weird. That's not what I expected to have happen. Well, shit balls, man. Poor timing. I'm glad there's a fixed number of continues. I wonder where they start me from. Is it the very beginning of the game? Oh, it's from when I flip this door here. Okay. Oh, what the? Hey, buddy. That's a fun surprise, isn't it? Wow. Okay. Oh, yeah. understand how I'm supposed to pick that up, but whatever, I don't care. Use more guns this time, it'd probably help. Shoot button and then get on the ladder button at the same button. That's fun. Go ahead and nuke this room. I just feel compelled to do so. Quite a bit of dithering in this game too. Not the worst you'll see on PS1. Definitely not the worst. Oh, fun. The fuck did you come from, buddy? I think about you and your stupid computers. won't pick up that one then. Alright, I'm gonna pick that bad boy back up. There you go. What a strange thing. This is ass. Come on, man. What a shit place to put this guy. What a fucking bunch of ridiculous shit. Yeah, I couldn't do that twice if I tried, I'm sure. Isn't one of these things a gun? Don't I have a gun somewhere? I guess not. Bam! I don't know why I did that. I thought it would maybe blow up in something I could get to. Maybe it did. I probably could have just knocked that down anyway, huh? This is definitely a place where I want to use a grenade. Oh, this is where we were earlier. I'm running in a circle, that's fun. Is there a map? No. This game uses a lot less buttons than it could or should use. Like, it would actually be better if it used more buttons. People don't say that about anything very often, but I'm saying it here. It would be better if it used more buttons so that you had more control over your inventory, so that you could turn around quickly, so that you could see a map, or get a heads-up marker to show you where to go, or something. Just anything, really. Circle to slide down. Good to know. Or not. Or maybe it is. Who knows? It makes its own rules. go in there. Maybe I was supposed to go back out the other way. Maybe something will be different now, or I can go somewhere different now, or something. I really don't think that's the case. I think I'm just lost. It doesn't really seem like I can go back here at all. Like there's nowhere left to go. Oh, that's because we reached the next area. Do people like this game? Does anyone have fond memories of it? Despite the bad reviews, which were obviously exaggerated. I mean, I'm not trying to be like super apologist about this game because I'm not crazy about it either. But I don't think it's a 2. A 2 is like a really, on my scale of 1 to 10, a 2 is a game that's borderline non-functional or significantly non-functional, like Big Rigs Over the Road Racing or whatever that weird Hong Kong bootleg game is that everybody plays on Super Famicom. That's a giant pile of shit. Like those are not like real games, you know what I mean? They're like fucking fake games, basically. A 1 is like stuff that's just offensive or bad, like certain types of like mass shooting simulations, rape simulations, things with that kind of theme, like Custer's Revenge, stuff like that. Those are the only games I'd give a 1, or games that are just like won't boot or aren't or otherwise unrateable, like is broken in some significant way that makes it not even a game. So nobody gave it a 1, but I did see 2s and 3s and 4s, and even a 4 is just a regular bad game. So I mean, if you don't like this and you'd rather not play it than do nothing or whatever, then yeah, it's a 4. But not to me. To me, it's probably a 5. Which means it's like it is more fun than not playing a video game. It might even be a 6. It's very, very average. Very average. Like it has all the stuff you expect to see in your average video game. This could just be titled PlayStation game and it would be accurate. What are you playing? PlayStation game. Oh yeah, I've seen this PlayStation game before. I guess have awkward camera controls. Oh, no camera controls. Yeah, that's pretty typical. I don't know where they want me to go. Here, I guess. Wait, is that where I came from? Yeah, it is. I am curious as to how much better or worse this might be on Dreamcast. Yeah, I think we will do a Fighting Force 64 and Fighting Force 2 Dreamcast stream at some point. I shouldn't be hitting that, that's stupid. What should I be doing here? I think this is the place to be. Used to be able to hold 2 of these, but not anymore. Who knows why? Some sort of max inventory limit? Who knows? The game doesn't make it clear in any possible way to figure out. This game's design seems really lazy and bad compared to the first game, though, in a lot of ways, because it's not the variety in environments and characters. Like, maybe that'll change eventually, but if it does, it's getting there too slow. Yeah, this doesn't satisfy anything that somebody who came off of Fighting Force is going to be looking for. It's not a 2-player game, doesn't have a bunch of characters to choose from, really doesn't have a very interesting fighting system, it's more just focused on weapons. Doesn't have interesting environments to fight in. It's not a beat 'em up like that at all, really. It's more of a, I don't know, very generic third-person shooter adventure game, slasher adventure game. So yeah, the boss has us wait inside of a dark closet. That's what he calls a monster closet. He likes to pair 2 of us guys up together and put them in one of there. Wait for an enemy to show up. liquid seems unhealthy, so I'll probably try to avoid it. Okay, can't avoid it that way. What do we got on the other end here? Can't avoid it that way either. Let's see if we can jump it. Ooh, barely. Doesn't look like I took any damage, so whatever. Can't go through that door yet. I have to get on the other side of this ladder to go up. Oh, these controls. This is just butthole right here. Nobody wants to do this. Trust me. That just sucks. Okay. Ah, fuck. That is how it's done. And being unable to aim down, it's just, that's balls. There's probably not a single good thing about that. Well, I played about an hour of this shit. It's a 5 for me, dog. It's not really all that fun. It really landed somewhere in between where I thought it was going to be. Like, oh, it's going to be just more of the same, or maybe even a little better, you know. But they rated it real bad because nobody was into that anymore. Or it's going to be a raging pile of shit worthy of a 2 or 3, and I really should have never played it. Truth is, neither of those things. It's a generic, kind of misguided sequel where they decided to make it more like a typical PlayStation action game and not like an old school beat 'em up, and that makes it worse. I would probably rate this a 6 if it wasn't a Fighting Force game, but I mean, I have to like look at it in context too to some extent. You're kind of mismarketing your game, you know. you're, you're telling us that it's something that it isn't. So that was pretty bland. I'm gonna play some something else here soon. I gotta decide whether I'm gonna bother doing a Fighting Force 64 stream or whether I want to just jump right into The Simpsons. I think I'm gonna jump right into The Simpsons. Probably be back real soon. I don't think I have anything else going on, but I don't know. No promises. Anyway, that's Fighting Force 2. It's a painfully average action game that doesn't have the beat 'em up chops of the original. Thanks for watching.